Yes, good morning everyone. Welcome to this success story with Mr. Pankaj Dhakan. It's a great initiative under the banner of Youth at ISRE. So we welcome you in, and I'm sure you will get a lot of lessons with the experience of Mr. Pankaj Dhakan, who is with us today and share a success story with us. And he's a presidential member of ISRE. I would like to introduce a great man of ISRE who is with us and share his experience being for the success story for youth at ISRE. So Mr. Pankaj Thakur is the founder president of a renowned MEP and green building consulting firm, TDA Pankaj Thakur and Associates. Mr. Pankaj Thakur, being an active and dynamic leader, has served on a board of several eminent engineering societies as a president, secretary, regional director, trustee, co-convener, chairman, co-chairman, organizer, etc. Mr. Pankaj Dharkar is past national president of ISRE and has served as chairman for Vision Acrex Committee for 5 years. He chaired Confex and co-chaired Acrex several times. He was the chairman of first ever REFCOL India. He was national and international president of FACI. He currently chairing FACI Suraksha Index, which is the first global Suraksha index of its kind. He is also chairing FACI COVID task force for the nation. He was ARC for region at large for ASHRAE and has served global nomination for ASHRAE for 6 years. CRC chair for largest ever CRC held for ASHRAE outside North America at Bangkok, which was attended by representative of 40 countries. He has served ASHRAE Global Community for Tall Buildings TC 9.12 and ASHRAE Residential Committee as voting member. And he was past president of ASHRAE Western India chapter. He has to his credit several Brier Awards and Emerson Awards for innovative and energy efficient designs. He has won several awards from ASHRAE, ISHRE, FACI, and various other societies. He is founder member of Indian chapter of CTBUH, which is Council on Tall Buildings and Urban Habitat. He is also a member of several other technical societies like IGBC, USGBC, IPA, AIA, CRA, NFPA, IAQA, Solar Society, etc. Pankaj Dharkar has also promoted one degree program, one degree campaign of youth at ISHRE across the nation, taking mission to lakhs of people. He is currently chairman of ASSOCHAM GEM program for the country. Mr. Pankaj Dharkar was honored as Doyen of HVAC and our Industry Award at National Conference on Refrigeration and Air Conditioning on 20th February 2020 at Madurai. So this is a great history, and there are many more awards and recognition received by Mr. Pankaj Dharkar at national and international level. So I welcome sir, being a success story and being a guidance and motivator for all of the youth people under the banner of Youth at ISHRE. And I'm sure your guidance, your experience, and your all the innovation will definitely guide all the youth member at national level so that they can also become one day another Mr. Pankaj Dharkar like in ISHRE as well. So welcome you, sir, and over to Sneh for the next proceedings.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Myself, Paryushan Jain, National Chair, Youth at ISRE. I would like to, before starting this thing, I would like to say whatever Mani Bhai has read today, I think it is not more than 1% of what you are. And I have seen you on different positions, personally, professionally, and for society. Your passion, your energy, what you carry, and it is like, what should I say? The kind of energy you carry, it motivates young engineers like us to be actively involved. And we have so much to learn from you. And today we will ask some of the, point of view that you have, which happened in your life with Inishre and in life as well. So today I am co-chaired by Zonal Chair West, Mr. Snesha, and also would like to thank Saloni from Ishre on a Sunday holiday. They have taken a time out for take a great success story interview with one of my favorite, Mr. Pankaj Dharkar. I will not take much of the time from here now. I will straight go to the questions, sir, because we have long list of questions and we are fortunate enough to get your time on Sunday morning. So, sir, my first and very basic questions from you: what motivates you to enter into the HVACR industry? And because I know you quite well, so when you entered the HVACR industry, it was a very early years. And I just want to, give us the brief. What was the size of the industry that time, and how the industry was that time? And that's it, sir. Please, thank you.
Thank you, Paryushan, and first of all, thanks to Moni for that very elaborate introduction. Thanks to Sneh for inspiring me to be here on Sunday. And it is always pleasure to see smiling faces of Paryushan, Sneh, and of course Moni. Three of the passionate guys. I'm here today, so Sunday morning is always going to be a great morning for me. And thanks to back office support coming from Ishre on Sunday. Well, I think I still remember 1978-79 when we were in our third, fourth year of engineering. Coincidentally, you all know Nishu Gupta. His father, Nikant Gupta's father, used to be our professor in my engineering college, and and air conditioning was an optional subject those days in mechanical. So he was a person who inspired us for looking at cold storages across Indore. I belong to Indore, and it was at that particular time, Indore had only 3 air conditioning systems. One was a very big banknote press in Devas. It was a centrifugal chiller project. There was one Hukumchand Mills, which had a computer center just started, which had air conditioning plant, and one theater with 150 seats. We used to call it Bambino, and that was a package unit project. So that's all what the air conditioning system. If from engineering college we had to visit something, these were the 3 options. But he kept on inspiring us, and it was always fascinating to see few of the people in Indore who had air conditioned cars. Those days, air conditioning car was a luxury item then. Air conditioned houses and air conditioned office, there were very few. You could count 2 or 3. And these people used to fascinate us because we used to go on cycle to colleges and used to see that they are always in air conditioned environment. So that was a beginning spark, and what Mr. Gupta taught us on refrigeration and going to the cold room, seeing that my final year project was also happened to be refrigeration for cold storages, and that's how I decided, and somehow I focused on air conditioning companies. That was a time when there were only 2 companies operating, Voltas and Blue Star. Voltas was obviously much bigger than Blue Star. The overall market was close to 200-250 CR. There was no office in Indore, so naturally I went to Bombay to join Voltas. Voltas had elaborate training systems then. They used to take 100 engineers from good universities every year with a proper training schedule. So my beginning of year started with training from Yagnara and eminent personality. All of us, you see Mr. Krishnan, Mr. Murthy, and many of my, Mr. Sudhir Sinha, all of us have been trained by Yagnara and was a stalwart. So those initial period when somebody teaches you and somebody inspires you, that really made me a complete air conditioning man, I would say. And those initial period, I was fortunate to move from Mumbai to Jamshedpur and in Voltas, and that gave me a good exposure on air conditioning of all sides, whether it is mine air conditioning, whether it is steel plant air conditioning. So always it has been a every project we have kept on learning. You asked me a question, the air conditioning size was not more than 250 CR or so. And biggest hurdle then was the excise duties. Today we creep at 28% GST. I remember the days we used to have 131.25% of excise duty. So air conditioning was since then considered luxury item, and it was terrific to push. Comfort air conditioning was very, very rarely done on the project. So that also had a contribution on size. But yes, I was happy that I started my career with Voltas. I was happy that I got initial training from some stalwarts. And that is what inspired me to be in this line.
So it's really very, very interesting to know history from a stalwarts like you. And on the same way, I'm again asking, sir, in which year you joined ISHRE?
So, well, I think in Voltas, we always used to refer to ASHRAE standards, and we came to know about it that in 81, ISHRE got its birth in Delhi. But it was towards 89, 90 that first time I still remember Dilip Jadawala and Chaitanya Bhatt told me that Dr. Jain is coming to Ahmedabad and he is asking us to start some activity of ISHRE. And that was the first time I met Dr. Jain personally, though for ISHRE work. Before that, I had always met him from Voltas as a contractor. And it was around 89 that I started consultancy also towards February 89. And that was also a time when ISHRE's opening chapter in Ahmedabad was the word. And then that was by the time I took membership, we had close to 23 or 25 members here. I still remember our old names, Mukesh Bhai Shah, Maheshwari ji. Of course, Chaitanya Bhatt was person who happened to be the first president, and I became the first secretary for the ISHRE chapter. And I still remember a small ceremony which we did in Atma Hall. Next to that, those days Sabarmati had no water, but we had one small hall with a great difficulty. We had arranged, I think, 10,000 rupees, and it was a kind of a momentous time, and that's how we started our chapter in Ahmedabad with proper guidance by Dr. Jain. Yeah.
Sir, the next question is, I happened to be a part of that ceremony. I remember the year also, if I'm not wrong, it was around 2006, 2007. The hotel was Taj Ambassador, Taj Mansingh, sorry. It was Taj Mansingh. And that year you'd taken the oath of ISHRE National President. And it was my first ISHRE program that I attended with my father. We happened to be there as a I happened to be there, and I was looking at this man on the stage, which is Mr. Pankaj Dharkar, and giving a very dynamic presentation that what ISHRE is, right now, and where does he see ISHRE in years to come. So my simple question from you is, sir, what was your experience as a national president of ISHRE? I think that time, the ISHRE was not that dynamic. There was so much challenges happening the back-end office was not so organized, but still I think you took the responsibility of being an ISHRE president, and I still remember that presentation, but I just want to hear from you. So sir, please just share your experience as a national president of ISHRE, sir.
Well, I think since 89, 90, I started working with ISHRE. It was all the time very pleasant experience. And when I became national president, probably I was the first youngest by that time, of course. I think I must be close to 45, 46 when I became president-elect, 44, 45. Yeah. And then, well, when I became president-elect, I had 11 chapters. When I became president, I had 11 chapters, but I had started working with my earlier president, Mr. Iyengar, and I took over from him 2006, 11 chapters, and immediately after me, Ashish became the president. It was 2008, and we started working on the growth of ISHRE, and when I was past president and I exited, we had 35 chapters from 11 to 35, and I started the first student chapter of the country, and we did not have a student chapter. We did not have student membership. So during my presidency, we initiated student membership, student chapters, and we crossed 100 by the time I became past president and I exited out of that
Wow.
3 years. So it was an enormous experience. In fact, 2006 also I started PDA, separating from my earlier partnership. So it was very hard for me looking at professional side of it, but I really enjoyed the kind of, and those days we did not have that kind of resources which you are blessed today in ISHRE. We were building up ISHRE, and with so many chapters, each program doing was a task, because every program will require 25,000, 50,000. I must have traveled, I must have given my 70% to 75% time of my life during 2006, 7, 8 to build ISHRE, going to 100. Most of these chapters and most of these sub chapters what got formed, I would have personally visited them, whether it is right from Punjab to down south, everywhere from east to west. And what I gained there is a lot of friendship, a lot of networking, and huge amount of goodwill for ISHRE. And I could realize the passion across the country. And even today, I carry forward with those fond memories, and that time which I invested, I think has been always an asset to me. But those were, I would say, very memorable time, and that's why I personally feel that from 81, Dr. Saab brought it to one phase. A lot of other senior people contributed, but real growth of ISHRE started from 2006. If you really look at the entire history, and I was fortunate that immediately after me, Ashish took it fantastically well, and you could see where ISHRE has landed today. So thank you, Paryushan. Those were my sweet memories of here. And of course, I also give credit to my family. My both the daughters were quite young, and Geeta always supported me going out, going on tours. Those days, flights from Ahmedabad were not that easy. We used to travel many places by trains, buses, and then take connecting flights and do this. So it used to be a lot of time going to one destination. If I have to reach Vizag, it was it used to take 3 days or 3.5 days. So all that we did, but it was all fun. It was all which we today cherish when we see ISHRE has grown so well.
I must say it was a passion, sir, which was driving you, and today also it's the same passion with the same energy that it still keep you charged to
Exactly.
to carry
And
on.
that gives us more energy to work, like at the age of around 60 years, sir, you are working like anything, and it really inspires us to work more for our society. And as rightly Paryushan Bhai has asked you that how was your experience as a ISHRE president. So sir, I would like to know that how was your experience from a chapter committee member to ISHRE national president. So how was that experience, sir?
So when we started our chapter, the first inspiration came to me when we visited um, first ACREX, which happened in Bangalore, and we have a lot of memories with that, because unfortunately in the one of the next flight, my dear friend Kamlesh had met with a air crash. So that was ACREX Bangalore, which started with a very bad note. Few of our Gujarat members lost their life, but we saw the passion in Bangalore, and that's really inspired us. And that's how we did our conflicts in Ahmedabad. Of course, thereafter we saw ACREX in Delhi, and we started first conflicts in Ahmedabad. That was in 94, 95. And that is where I was given 2 tasks by Dr. Saab to help Mumbai team for Acrex. It was and those days Mumbai did not have bank account to realize that, but you know, there was such a good synergy between ISHRE inter chapters that we had 7 lakhs of rupees and we had given 6 lakhs to Mumbai to put money to book the exhibition center. And that's how Acrex in Mumbai started. And all my colleagues here, whether it is Kamlesh Bhai, Yogesh Bhai, Ashok Bhai, all of us equally worked with Mumbai team and put up Acrex show. And we also started ISHRE Western India chapter during the same time. So it was a kind of joint journey of Acrex, ISHRE, and also ISHRE chapters, which began with Acrexes and doing common programs across the country. And that really laid a solid foundation also, because those days we did not have any event manager. Our offices used to be the offices. I still remember I had few projects in Mumbai, so I used to travel by train. We did not have money to go by air also. So I used to book ticket for 3 months in advance. For every Wednesday night, I used to take a Gujarat mail, which will go at 10 o'clock, 6 o'clock. It will be in Mumbai. I will work on Thursdays, Fridays for my official work. Saturday morning, I used to reach Mr. Murthy's office, and full Saturday till late night, I would take a train from Dadar and reach Ahmedabad in Sunday morning. I did for several months like that. And we did not have money. We used to travel on second class or something like that. Even reservation was something which was a luxury, and it was a fun. All Mumbai team, everybody used to work together, and that's how we built ISHRE. And I know that, like me, a lot of our senior members have put in their own money, their time to build this society, to bring to this stage. So it was always pleasant. It was always good friendship. It was always good networking. We kept on developing this. Time came when we did some CRCs for Goa. Within 3 months, during it was to be held in Lebanon, and there was a problem in Beirut, and we were told to do this. And that time, I think Krishnan was also president of ISHRE Western India chapter. Sudhir Sinha was our chair there, and we did a magical thing. We did book entire Park Hyatt and several other hotels of Goa, and everybody from Ahmedabad to Mumbai to Pune, everybody came together to ensure that this CRC was delivered in 3 months' time. It was a magical, again, experience. So like that, many occasions came by which we could add to our strength. We could realize that together we can do excellent work. And that has been the journey of ISHRE, where we kept on building ourselves jointly.
Very nice, sir. Sir, before I go to my next question, you used one exhibition word called complex. I would request you to tell the young engineers who are joining this industry now, and it should be in record also, because nobody in our generation would not be knowing about what complex was, and you initiated the first complex in Ahmedabad. So I request you to just give a brief little about what was complex and how it was, you took a responsibility to do it in Ahmedabad, sir. My humble request, because it is not a part of the question, but still I got inquisitive to ask you. So it should be on record that people should, if they see after 2 years, 5 years, 10 years down the line, they should know that there was some event like complex also which used to happen initially.
So as I told you that we started with Acrex. Acrex was meant for large cities like Mumbai and Delhi and Bangalore, of course, did not have a proper exhibitions ground also. In fact, first Acrex we did was in Ashoka Hotel. It was a rundown hotel by that time, but that was only the hotel which we could probably afford and could permit us to do exhibition like that, because we had acquired banquet hall, garden, and then put up the tents. And so basically it was to do with doing an event in smaller cities, or I would say place like Ahmedabad or Hyderabad or Calcutta or Pune, Chandigarh, I think has done one conflicts, I don't recollect, but a tier city which probably cannot do acrex was given permission for doing conflicts. Many conflicts we used to do in tents with temporary construction done. For example, in Ahmedabad, the SNEH first conflicts we did in next to in the Tagore Hall, the NXC of it. So we had 40 stall then. But the next conflicts we did in 2005-06 in Karnauti Club ground. If you see, the entire ground was covered, and it was a real international level program which we did, and we could attract several professionals across the globe, and it had close to 120 stalls. But probably cities did not have infrastructure for exhibition. Even now we are struggling in the country, but those days these were the programs which were managed by the cities and supported by a national team, and it was a good occasion to bring along, because any big event you do, you have good fellowship happening. We used to meet every week or twice a week, but we had no infrastructure then at those points. So if I was the president, my office was a Ishre office, or next time if Kamlesh is president or Ashok Bhai is president, or for that matter Mr. Jain's father office would have been used. We had no money, we had no infrastructure, so we were operating from individual offices, and it used to happen like that. And many times we used to have problem that if there are two consultants in some city, one will not like to go to other place and all that, but it was all part of fun. In Ahmedabad specifically, we used to meet on dinner with the families, and we used to have meetings, and it was a kind of a routine thing. Our families were also used to it, and it was a situation in most of the chapters across the country that we will meet on the weekends, we will have dinner together. Our wives will cook one dish and come there, and that's what used to be a fellowship, and it was continuously. So conflicts used to generate a lot of fellowship, a lot of confidence, a lot of opportunities for young professionals. Well, it is a decision which is taken that we will not have this because of several reasons. I don't want to get into those debates, but we used to do one conflicts, one acrex in the beginning. Acrex was not every year. So 1 year it will happen a big event. The second year it will go to say Pune, to Hyderabad, to Madras, to Calcutta, like that we were doing. So anyway, these are all present yes, memories. We used to come together. That was more important, and we used to work together. For a bigger event, you require a lot of coordination, a lot of energy to come together, and that's what used to happen. And there was no event manager, by the way. Everything, right from doing and sending invites and doing everything, was happening by our own volunteers.
So, great, sir. I think it is. I'm sorry, you're saying something?
Yeah, myself and many more other youth members had the opportunity to work under the able leadership of Dharkar sir in the first ever REFCOL India and the confluence of Ishre Ahmedabad chapter.
I
know. We learn many things from Dharkar sir, that how to manage the things, how to maintain your expenses, how to be punctual, and how to manage the entire show. So Pariyushan bhai, Dharkar sir has become a role model for many of us, and would like to ask you, Dharkar sir, that who is role model for you in Ishre?
Well, I think undoubtedly one man who really nurtured many of us is Dr. Prem C. Jain, and Mr. S.K. Murthy, two fatherly figures to me, who created that confidence. I still remember when I became first secretary and I was to present, I was to coordinate the function. It was very difficult for me. I had to write down 10 times, and there was no confidence. Today, we can speak for hours or any subject, but that is a preparedness which was very difficult at that point. But it was their inspiration, their guidance, as I told you earlier also, that I used to go and sit in Mr. Murthy's office. A lot of guidance he gave me for acrylics. And it was really fantastic memories from both the stalwarts. Of course, Murthy Saab is still with us, and he's uh, always a inspiration for all of us, our generation definitely. And since I also chose to go to consultancy line for my professional side also, and for um, I think the society side also, both sides, these two personalities have always inspired me and always taught me many things which I have learned uh, only because of Ishre connections, I would say. Otherwise this would never have come.
Very true. Very true. Thank you, sir. I think this is going really well. This success story, call is shaping up really well. What I understand and learn that having resources or no resources should not be a challenge. You should have passion and zeal to work, whether it's society, personally and professionally, to scale heights in your life. So my next, I just quickly jump to my next question. It's very simple and straightforward. What is the future of HVAC in our industry from your point of view? How do you see the future of HVAC in our industry shaping up, and how it will be in India as a context? Because right now we are talking a lot about Atmanirbhar Bharat, and our president has given the world first India action cooling plan also. So my humble request to you to, sir, please put some words on that, sir.
Well, I think as I was mentioning to you earlier, when we started our career, HVAC and our industry was in infant stage. As we are growing, I have seen the growth of all of my colleagues and friends. Many of them are today having Mercedes cars and BMWs and Audi, and that shows the progress. Our Indian friends have become directors of multinational companies, like where Snell is. I can see Daikin director today is on Japanese board. So that is what shows how India, the market is really growing. Air conditioning is no more a luxury. Today, a middle class person also wants his at least one bedroom in a two-bedroom house to be air conditioned. Slowly, that need is growing to second bedroom and also to the hall. The numbers of air conditioners produced, split units produced, are multiplying in numbers. We do a lot of residential projects in cities like Bombay and other cities, and never ever earlier in MEP air conditioning was considered to be a part and parcel. Currently, everybody wants to plan it in advance, so there is a provision which is required for air conditioning. So the unitary product market has really gone, has exploded, and that segment remains to now infiltrate to tier 2, tier 3 cities, which is happening. Today, in villages also air conditioner systems are being sold, and we can see some split units on slums also of Bombay. So no more luxury item, things are changing. And so as the refrigeration side is really taking off very well. I think Ishre has at right time started refrigeration as a focus area. R was always neglected in Ishre, which I think our 5 years back we started refrigeration. I was fortunate to chair it, and we started RefCold also for that, to create this awareness. But the refrigeration and cold chain industry still remains to be unorganized and at infant stage. To all young professionals here on this screen, I would urge that this is a segment where a lot of young people required to be there. It is a huge market. Only a day before yesterday, I just got an emergency call from ministry, and then I attended one very quick seminar on how do we take care of vaccine needs. Currently, nobody knows what is going to happen if 130 million people have to be given vaccine. We require a complete chain, and this could be a huge requirement in the country, whether it is transport refrigeration, whether it is a cold chain, and it will be a temporary requirement. How do you store this vaccine? Only refrigeration can help, and our industry, our people, you are the people who can do this mission. It is going to be a big market. which could be a temporary, then what do we do about those cold warehousing? So I think a large market is coming up to you. We know that even the warehousing which was happening earlier was not in controlled environment. It is changing to the controlled environment. Your own fan, we are seeing the requirement is changing. Earlier, we would hardly see any requirement of HVAC&R on platforms and railway station. Prime Minister wants to build 500 railway station to airport level. Uh, Airports have seen huge infrastructure development happening. So with infrastructure development, air conditioning market is going to grow, sir. And I think all of you who are here on screen, I can tell you, you have selected a right line in your profession, and you will never regret. And this is a nation building industry. As I said regarding vaccine, without our industry's support, unless our people work hard, this vaccine cannot reach to the 130 billion people. So we have a big role coming up for all the young generation, very early stage of your life, and you are really fortunate lot. I can tell you this.
Very true, sir. Very true. Very true.
So, sir, like all of us at Youth at ISHRE, like learning many things from all of you stalwarts like you, like PC Jain sir, or like Vishal Kapoor sir, Richi Mittal sir, Vikram Murthy sir, Subbu sir. Many presidents are there and many seniors are there. From them, we are learning. So, sir, and we have benefited in a different ways from ISHRE. So, sir, our request you to please share your views on how ISHRE has benefited you.
I think whatever I am today in my professional career, I owe everything to ISHRE. And I told you my story from right from 89 when I got involved with ISHRE, and that is the time I started my professional practice. So whatever confidence I have, it is all because you are able to do public speaking, you are able to do presentations, has created a confidence. It has connected me to everybody in my industry across the country. Today, I want one information about any technical inputs required. There are hundreds of friends available. So this is the best thing ISHRE gives you. The knowledge, you are attending seminars, you are attending, constantly interacting with people. You don't learn everything from your childhood. It is all because of interaction and your openness of mind, by which you can pick up things. And I can tell you one thing, that in short, whatever I am today, it is I give 100% credit to my association with ISHRE. My success is linked completely with ISHRE.
Great, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Fact,
I think you have decided really well.
Paryushan, I am doing whatever I am doing with other societies, whether it was building FSAI, bringing it again from 10 chapter to 24 chapter, and again 8 to 10,000 membership. It is all because of ISHRE experience. If I am today building up Ashocham Gem during this digital time, also I have reached more than 70,000 people in 3.5 months. It is also ISHRE experience. I am opening chapters after chapter. It is only because of those ISHRE connections and friends, and it has connected me to several architects, several decision makers of the country. It is all ISHRE connection, and that is how it is magically happening, because of that experience which I got through ISHRE. So as I said, ISHRE is everything for me.
Really inspirational.
Very true, sir. You have rightly said. But I think, sir, मेरे को एक बात बोलनी होगी in this. I think this is your modesty. I think you have benefited from ISHRE. What you have rightly said, whatever you are today is because of ISHRE, and ISHRE has also benefited with your efforts and the passion what you carry. I again and again use the word passion because whenever I see you today, also morning when we are talking about this, success story, how we have to conduct it, I said Sneh bhai, तुम tension मत लो. Darka साहब का passion ही इतना है, when he will speak out of heart, from his heart. So very true, sir. My next question to you, sir, is very simple and very brief. Please describe ISHRE in one line according to you.
No, to me, ISHRE is the best platform offering great opportunities to Indian HVSA and our industry.
Great.
And I will
Well said,
like
sir.
ISHRE becomes International Society of Heating, Refrigerating, Air Conditioning Engineers. When you become president, you will take it international. And why not? If 30,000 members are there, ISHRE has only 58,000 members. You are the people who are going to take us.
Definitely, sir. Definitely.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you for word of trust that you put on us, sir. Thank you so much.
Yes, definitely. And sir, wish to ask you one more question from all of us. That what is your message to all the youth members and youth at ISHRE? You would like to share, sir?
So I would only say that one must work honestly. One must understand the basics of air conditioning. Go to the basic. Uh, do not lose any opportunity to learn. I think uh, ISHRE gives you best opportunity of learning. You are so well connected to senior members of ISHRE. So much of technical work happening. Do not lose those opportunities. Uh, keep on learning. Keep on connecting with ISHRE. I think it can give you best result in developing your engineering skills, and everything will come automatically. You can see, you give your passion, you give your time, you learn basics, and you will see your own personal growth, and everything is going to happen. I'm so happy. Recently, Paryushan sent me a message that uh, they are the first to get EC certification, and that is what matters. The young generation is going global. When I see his stall, he was standing at ASHRAE stall. I said, today we have 4 stall, but tomorrow I want to see in HRI 50 stall, 100 stall, and our people are exporting to the developed country is something which only you can do. Probably we have only imported. You are the guys who are going to give us that pride.
Great.
Yes. Even sir, I tell you one thing.
Our
In the
young, you
same
are not
today morning only, I was telling this thing to Sneh.
Yeah, sorry.
Sir, 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 I'm so sorry. I was telling this thing to Sneh only. The one thing that I cherish the most about Mr. Dharkar Saab, that he motivates us. No, as a well-wisher of Airflow, I'm using my company name, sorry. As a well-wisher, he has always motivated us, to go global. Think outside also. Let's not be centric to India. Today I was telling you, he was always motivated to participate in international shows. Go, show your Indian pride, show your technologies. Very true, sir. Very, very true. But this is
And
something which is
Paryushan
like,
bhai,
I
wish
will
to
keep
wish
thinking.
to add. Yeah, sorry to interrupt, but wish to add one more thing. Few days back, Dharkar sir called us, like myself, Shalin Vyas sir, Ashutosh, and Prashant Pathak sir. And on this last 17th of September, Mr. Modi was about to come in Ahmedabad or in Gandhinagar for celebrate his birthday. Sir, sir, inform us that you plan 1 degree session to elaborate and explain them how ISHRE and Youth at ISHRE is working. And we request them कि sir please आप ही इसके अंदर पूरा presentation दीजिए 1 degree का. तो उनका कहना था कि आप लड़के लोग आप यूथ वाले ही इसके अंदर आगे आइए और 1 degree को और ISHRE को एक प्लेटफॉर्म पे ले जाइए जिससे लोगों में अवेयरनेस भी बढ़े कि हमें एनर्जी को बचाना है और आप लोग भी जो काम कर रहे हो वो लोगों तक पहुंचे. So it was really a leadership quality we learned from them that we should give it to our next generation and upcoming youth. So thank you, sir, for always inspiring us.
No, we wish that program would have come
Great.
through. Would have been a great break for ISHRE. We wanted to present Paryushan this 1 degree to Mr. Modi on his birthday. That was my plan, but it just
Wow.
couldn't happen because of several other reasons.
Wow.
But I'm sure one day we'll do that.
Definitely we'll do that, sir, under your leadership only, sir. Use your passion. So now,
No,
on that,
it is
we come
your
to the last
leadership. This
question.
is a good program, sir.
Sir, supported by you, sir. So, sir, by this, thank you so much. We come to the last question of it. But I know it is the last question of this success story, web interview. But it is not a last question that I have to ask you because I have so much to learn from you. off the records, we have been, I've been, you've been mentors to many of young engineers like us. I always talk, whenever I come to your office, I always talk, about how to, take it forward, how to do work in a proper manner. This is, instead of, doing other discussions, I generally try to learn this thing from you. This is my, basic motive to come and meet you and discuss with you. So before that, we have discussed a lot of things that Indian manufacturing is coming at a global level. So my last question is the same. What is the image of HVACR industry at the global level?
Well, I think because of, I would say, HVAC and our industry and ISHRE's image is really growing. I gave you example like our by Daikin director is on the Japanese board. That only gives confidence that Indian professionals can compete are very competent to lead such companies. Our engineering professionals are doing wonders. We must know that a lot of back office research is happening from India. If you talk about various consultants, since I'm in consultancy profession, I must tell you that many architects who are working in US or global architects and many eminent consultants, they are using India as back office. Not even our knowingly, a lot of work on global level is happening on BEAM and 3D and everything. So I think we are contributing a lot. ASHRAE recognizes ISHRE as the biggest partner, so as we have seen our increased interaction with organizations like UNEP, Eurovent, AHRI, SIPSI, and I think that speaks volume. Our participation in AHRI is increasing. A lot of us, a lot of our people, like you take example of Mr. Pava acquiring companies in China, acquiring companies in North America. Very heartening to see all this happening, and this is all will be done by young professionals like you. I think you are going to transform that. So our image is really going up, and ISHRE through various programs like ACREX today is the 6th largest event in the world for HVAC and our industry. We should not be underestimating it. With our infrastructure, whatever we have been doing extremely well, and I'm very confident that this number is going to be second or third in next 3 to 5 years time, with all young leaders taking it forward. So, and with the growth of India expected, our potentials of doing larger exhibitions as the exhibition ground sizes are increasing, things are going to change for us dramatically. And with that, our recognition of Indian professionals is also bettering and improving. A lot of our friends are contributing to ASHRAE technical committees, which never used to happen. Our people have started giving global presentations during this pandemic time. Also, I have seen a lot of us are doing well. Only yesterday, I was discussing with Geeta, and my comment was that many of our ISHRE fellows do a better presentation, far better presentation than many other foreign professionals who claim to be on various leadership position. And I must not mince these words. Many of us in ISHRE do a very good job. So I think slowly and gradually you will see the acceptance. A lot of us are doing international consultancies. You see entire Africa. You see a lot of work in Indonesia. I did work in Vietnam also as consultant. Their first USFDA accredited plants we did from India. So a lot of us who are doing work in pharmaceutical and clean room applications, these are all niche market. These are not simple projects where earlier people were dependent on only Europeans and Americans, have started trusting us. The contracting companies have started doing work. So these are all good news. And with our experience on tall building growing, a lot of us are doing work outside. And this is what significantly going to change the image of India. You see Sri Lanka, large hotels coming up. Entire work is happening by Indian consultants. My colleagues are doing this work. So this is what is going to bring glory to our profession also, and pride to us. And again, thanks to ISHRE for increasing this knowledge through various other associations of the world.
Sir, thank you so much from this we come to an end. And I think when I look at your passion, it seems that you have started working now, and you're now we will see the the new face of you, sir. So thank you so much on coming on the Sunday morning. And I never expected this discussion going to be so long, but as the flow goes on, we are actually enjoying it. And
Exactly.
now
Exactly.
I would request you, if you want to add something, a few words, before we come to the closure of this program, sir. Please.
No, I just got a reminder from Srinivas, who has come with my old ISRE logo shirt. In fact, today I was to wear that, but then I had two white shirts. One was the same logo, and then it reminded me that no, I'm going to be with my young professionals, so I must wear with new logo shirt, which is given by Richie. So, so I think once again, thank you, Payushan, for inviting me and be part of this wonderful journey of my life called ISRE, and thinking about me and making sure that I stay in touch with you young professionals. And of course, Sneha knows that he can knock anytime, any work for ISRE 24/7. I'm available, and I will be available to serve you anytime.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. Now I would request Mr. Srinivas, our Vice Chair, Youth at ISRE, to give a closing remark. Over to you, Mr. Srinivas.
Thank you, Prasham. Thank you, sir. On the behalf of ISRE and Youth at ISRE, I will express my appreciation to you taking out the time from your busy schedules, and that too on Sunday, taking out the family time and spending hours with us and giving your a motivational insight of how you have been entered into ISRE and how you have served to the society. And definitely your work, you're so dynamic. I've been following you for all the sessions, and for the current session also, you're so dynamic and energetic to serve the society. That will definitely help us, all the youth members, to drive the society for the future leadership. Thank you very much, sir. I wish you on the behalf of YITI a very good health and stay safe. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so
Thank you,
much
sir.
for your wonderful session and your time, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Srinivas. Thank you, Sneha. Thank you, Payushan. Thank you, Moni, and entire back office of ISRE for this support. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Saloni ma'am. I think we should close this meeting. Thank you.
Okay, so thank you.